Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to the Scratch Golf Show. I'm your host, Marco, and we have a big one today. We're going to take a deeper dive into the Bryson DeChambeau situation with Live Golf. Now, let's get into it. Now, yesterday, Mr. Short Game put out a video basically saying he knew why Bryson DeChambeau was not playing in the Live Duels event at Miami this weekend, right? You think with how much Live is invested in YouTube and how big they're going on this event this weekend in the YouTube world, that Bryson would be a shoe-in, right? He's the biggest YouTuber in the world, not named Grant Horvat. He's arguably Liv's biggest asset. Why wouldn't they want to put him in this event? Well, Mr. Short Game, if you didn't watch the video, I'll give you the clip notes. Basically said Bryson is at odds with Live Golf right now over the ownership rights to his YouTube channel. Now, Mr. Short Game is risking his reputation, in my opinion, putting out a story like this. He wouldn't put this out if he wasn't confident that he was accurate on this report, right? He's got 400 plus thousand subscribers on his YouTube channel, more 20,000, 20,000 plus on his podcasting channel. He wouldn't risk his reputation like this. Now, a few weeks ago, we saw a report similar to this. Pull Hook Golf, Matt, put out a report, and I'll put up Matt's report here on screen, basically saying Bryson DeChambeau was at odds with Live Golf over his YouTube channel. And at the time, Matt Pulled Hook got fried all over Twitter by everyone basically saying, this is inaccurate. You're making this up. Bryson wouldn't do this. And I sent Matt a message a little while ago and I said, did you see Mr. Short Game's video? Go off, King. Cook. Like, you were the first one on it and you were accurate. Like I said, guys, Mr. Short Game wouldn't risk his reputation on this. Now, why am I talking about this, right? I think it goes much, much deeper than the initial, Bryson ownership of his YouTube channel. The reason I say that is because a couple weeks before Matt put out his report, and this is probably like the end of February, guys, so a few weeks ago, he put out a report saying he had a source who met with on Live Hong Kong on site, basically told him that Bryson was looking for an extension, right, for his contract. All these guys on Live are contracted workers, right? That was their point of leaving the PGA Tour to go play Live. They wanted to be contractors. Is that Bryson had a proposal of $280 million rejected by Live Golf. Now, the reason why I say it goes deeper than that is because if you're Live Golf, you'd think you'd want to protect your biggest asset, right? You'd want to pay him. Now, a ton of disputes came out when all these contract issues came out because no one's actually seen a Live contract that, these guys wouldn't get paid. Well, Bryson wants his money because, in my mind, I'd want it too. No one, in my opinion, has benefited more from the move to Live Golf than Bryson DeChambeau. A lot of people don't remember, but Bryson was not liked by the fans. That was half the reason why he went to Live, in my opinion, was a lot of people on the PGA Tour, the fans didn't like him, right? He was getting heckled, the Brooksy nonsense, all that stuff, right? Fast forward 4 years later, he's arguably the most popular golfer. And so the reason why I say it's much deeper is because if Bryson isn't playing on Live Golf and they're rejecting his $280 million proposal, where is Bryson going to play golf? The PGA Tour. You'd think, right? So a few weeks before that, this now we're going a couple weeks ago, or before that, we had Fred Couples say Brooks Koepka reached out to him saying he wasn't happy on Live and that he wanted to, go back to the PGA Tour. Same with Bryson. Now you guys see where I'm going, right? I'm a big where there's smoke, there's fire. And the reason why I say it's much more than his YouTube channel is because maybe we could see Bryson back on the PGA Tour, guys. Like, if Bryson doesn't sign a Live Golf contract extension, which would probably be either the end of 2025 or the end of 2026, you'd think he's back on the PGA Tour. And if you're the PGA Tour, you're just sitting there like, yeah, we'll take you back. Why wouldn't you take Bryson back? He's everything and then some, right? All this following that he's built up on Live, all these followers, the content, the eyes that come with him, the search engine, right? The pit money, all of this comes with Bryson. He's going to go back to the PGA Tour because Liv doesn't want to pay him what he's earned, right? We saw what Liv paid John Rahm, $500 million. So you'd think Bryson at least worth half that, right? 280. Man, if I'm Bryson, I'm asking for the same thing that John Rahm. I'm asking for 500 million. He's worth as much as they would pay him because he is that valuable to that tour. If these guys, and Mr. Short Game also covered this in his video, that he heard there was going to be a mass exodus of players back to the PGA Tour from Live Golf. If Live Golf doesn't re-sign their biggest assets, their Brooks Koepkas, their Dustin Johnsons, their Cameron Smiths, their Bryson DeChambeaus, that's not good for Live Golf, right? they're not happy with how much money they're losing right now. So you'd think they'd want to sign Bryson. And the reason I say it's so much deeper than just a YouTube channel is because this could end up deciding where Bryson plays golf in 2026. And Bryson's still in the prime of his career, man. He could keep going, right? He could be infinitely more popular, right? And so if Bryson's back on the PGA Tour, that's a win for the PGA Tour. And it would be, based on reports, because LIV doesn't want to pay him the millions that he's owed. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it goes much deeper than just his YouTube channel. I think that the future of where Bryson is playing golf is actually at stake here. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I enjoy making these style videos, so like it, subscribe, have a good weekend. Peace.